so here we have the base. This is the reverse of the base, the bottom of the base even. As you can see, it's the StarCraft 2 Tychus Findlay Blizzard Employee Exclusive. There was an edition size of 550, so really not that many of them there, this number 475. If we turn over the base, there we go. It's hideous, if I'm honest. It represents the Zerg. He's slaughtered one of the Zerg, basically. There are shells lying around on the floor, there's blood and guts. If I move out a little bit, you'll get the basic feeling of the base itself. I'm not a huge StarCraft player. In fact, I'm not really a StarCraft player at all. So I'm not really sure what this is. He's killed. It's one of the Zerg anyway. But there we go. This is the rather monstrous base. Today I've got a helper again. George is helping me with this review. He's totally not interested. Size-wise, let me just do a measuring. It would probably help if I came fully prepared with these things. So going from the tip of the statue to the other end, you're looking at about 36 centimeters. 36, 37 centimeters for this rather hideous base. So let's get Tychus. And there we go, fully built. There's not a lot to put together. Basically, his arm is on a peg, and that's it. So there's no building really required. He slots into the base via a single peg in his foot, and that's all there is to it. He's really nicely detailed. The face sculpt, the head sculpt, is actually really nice. Detailing, again, like I said, I don't really play the game, so I don't really understand what the decals are supposed to represent. I just got lucky with this statue, to be honest, and bought it from a friend who didn't want to lug it across countries when he was moving from France to Ireland. On eBay now, they tend to reach about $2,000, I believe. You need to be a bit careful if you decide, well, this is the figure for me. You need to be a bit careful. There are rather a lot of Chinese copies, and you'll pay about $500 for a Chinese copy. If this is something that perhaps you're interested in and you don't really care if it's the original, then I guess $500, yeah, it's alright. Sideshow Collectibles have just released another version of this guy, a 1/6 scale version that lights up. Currently about $500, I think, for the 1/6 scale from Sideshow Collectibles. So a copy of this guy at $500, yeah, it's about right. But I think if I was going to pay $500, I'd want all the light up features as well. Would I pay $2,000 for this? Not really. You know, I like him, but not playing StarCraft, I don't have that bond. Do you know, you need the bond with the statue, I think, with the figure that you're paying all this money for, and I don't really have that bond with StarCraft. Let me just turn them around and we'll see the reverse. So on the reverse, you can see that the detail is pretty incredible. It is a lovely statue. It really is. Normally this sits right on the top of one of my shelves, and I never actually get to look at it properly, which is a bit of a shame really, because look at it, the detailing on it is wonderful. I don't know whether the detailing on the new 1/6 is quite as good. This statue has no movable parts whatsoever. You can't do anything with him. It's just this basic pose. The 1/6 scale statue that's just released by Sideshow that you can actually order right now at $500 is fully posable. And I suspect that having fully posable would mean that a lot of these places, like here, might lose some of the detailing, because obviously it needs to be able to move. I don't know. It's not a statue that I'll be purchasing myself because I've already got this one. I do like it. I really do. He's a Marine grunt in the Terran Terran army, I guess you would call it. If you've never played StarCraft, didn't know anything about StarCraft, it's a micromanagement turn-based sort of game. You build your base, you build your forces, and you send it out to destroy the others. My problem with StarCraft, I can't micromanage. Well, I can't micromanage any game, to be honest. I tend to treat StarCraft like The Sims. And I'm really quite happy building my base and putting the buildings where I like them. And I tend to forget about everybody else who might be on the map with me. And by the time I've finished building my base, I've realised that there's about 6,000 troops just stood outside my base, ready to slaughter me. So yeah, I can't get my head around the turn-based and all the stuff that you need to do to keep everything active and running and fighting. I'm trying to move around to give you some better angles here. The portholes, presuming that's its exhaust port. I know in the game it lights up, and on the new 1/6 scale statue, these let me show you, these ports here actually do light up. On the front, it's turning into more of an advert for the 1/6 scale figure. These also light up on the 1/6, the new release. As well as the Tychus release on the 1/6, you've also got the Jim Raynor. Jim Raynor being Tychus Findlay's mate. He comes in black, so if you kind of like this sort of style of uniform armour, and that's your reason for buying it, then you know you've got the option. Tychus in blue, Raynor in black. And there's not a lot really I can give you. He's 39 centimetres tall, this one. So he's not a lot different. I think the 1/6 scale is also 39 centimetres tall. So there's not a lot of difference. This guy, obviously fixed pose, really like him. Or the 1/6, fully posable. And that's really all I've got to say about this. I wish I had finer details for you about StarCraft and the rest of it, but as I don't play it, I really don't. Like I say, I managed to get this statue many years ago, maybe 2007, 2008. I got it incredibly cheap, so I snapped it up, to be honest. But there we go, that's Tychus Findlay, the Blizzard staff-only edition for StarCraft 2. I'm much more of a Kerrigan fan, to be honest. She's kind of cute. So if I was going to buy a StarCraft statue, it would be Kerrigan. Sorry, which is, by the way, Tychus's girlfriend. I do know that much about StarCraft. But that's about it, really. That's all I've got to say. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. There's plenty more videos coming. And that's it, guys. See you soon.